All right, people. Pauline Hanson is upsetting a lot of people and she's saying all the right things. Check this out.
Cut back on the immigration. One that I've been very consistent with for the past 30 years is immigration. We have too many people coming into the country. Cut back on the immigration. I'm selecting to figure around about 130,000 people. You've still got to allow those into the country because a lot of businesses and doctors and nurses that we need, you fill those positions by all means.
The reason why she mentioned that number 100 and 130,000, because that's the number that Australia has historically been taking in. I would say maybe that number is too high as well, because I don't see 100,000 new doctors coming in or new nurses coming in. And even those doctors and nurses, the ones that we really, really need, we also need to vet them and see what kind of views they hold. Do they hold these grudges towards Western civilization in general? Kind of like this? Look at this guy. He was given a great life by Australia. And look at this. This guy is Australia's Race Discrimination Commissioner, Giridharan Sivaraman. Speaks with Australian accent. Listen to him.
We're all migrants at one point or another, apart from First Peoples. The independence for India is such a different thing to January 26 in Australia. Independence from India was finally shaking off the yoke of the colonial masters, the British. Whereas here, January 26 is such a conflicted day. And for
See, he didn't explain it. Why? What do you mean? So you're saying that India, on the 26th of January, I think it is India's Republic Day. So on the 15th of August, India became independent. So you're saying India got rid of its colonial masters, so that's why they celebrate. But here it's the other way around. Well, here the roles are reversed, Giridharan. Here you're a colonial. He's holding a position in the colonial Australian government. Why are you here? If you're saying you feel conflicted, why do you feel conflicted? You're living in Australia. You are the colonial. At least that's your spiel. See the hypocrisy? This is what I mean by this. Look, Australia has this Aboriginal population. They're the natives of the land, okay? We need to only hear from them what they have to say or whatever their grudges are. We don't need to import more people from outside who come in, take advantage of this colonial power or this settler colony that is built on a stolen land, and they elect the same government that they are a part of. Like, what the hell?
me, as a migrant from India, I was born in India. I came here when I was young.
Deport!
I feel very conflicted when I think about January 26 because I think, what are we celebrating? We're all on stolen land, and we actually need truth-telling about the history of this land. And if we're going to come together, we should come together on a platform of truth and honesty. And I think migrants...
Truth and honesty, he said. You are the colonial power this time around, buddy. Go back.
Need to have that understanding, that sense of positionality where they are.
That's why I mean, so even though Pauline is right, Pauline threw that number of 100 and 150,000 people, because that's what historically Australia has been taken in. When I came to Australia, I think that was roughly around about that. That was the number of people who were coming into Australia. Now, that was 20 years ago, 23 years ago. So every year, so every 10 years, you add 1 million people to Australia. This government has added 2 million people in the last 4 years or something. So that's completely crazy at the moment. But I would say that even those numbers, and we need to strictly scrutinize who is coming in, not only their skills, not only by skill set, but also by their values. Yeah, what do you think about Australia? Is Australia stolen land? No, please let me in. I will do whatever you want. Okay, write this down here. If you utter the word stolen land or like a tweet or hang out with anyone who uses that term, your visa will be cancelled and you will be deported. And you're not going to become a citizen for 10 years. How about that? We need some tough measures, guys.
But cut back on the immigration will actually address the housing issue that we have. Cost of living is another one. Government overspend. It's not about the war in the Middle East, and what else happened is government has been wasting and spending too much money, which created the inflation, which has driven cost of living. So therefore, we addressed government spending. It needs to be cut right back. The wasteful spending, I'd have a good look at that. I think the other one is get rid of the climate change department, get rid of all that net zero rubbish, get out of the Paris Agreement. Once you do that, you're going to reduce the cost of living and cost of electricity price as well. So therefore, once you do that, industries, manufacturing, small business will thrive from it. The average household will also thrive because they're not paying the high electricity costs.
And the media is doing exactly what they always do. They always try to paint her as a far-right white nationalist. Check out this video.
And I just feel that, that's why I'm very strong on certain countries. You've got to say no.
In a way, though, that is a version of a white Australia policy, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No. No, it's got nothing to do with that. That's not to do with the White Australia policy at all. So don't go there with me, I'll tell you what, because I won't stand for it.
You talk about radical Islamic countries. How do you then decide what type of Muslim?
There'll be a test, okay? Yeah. All right, I'll tell you.
I've been saying this for a very long time. There has to be a questionnaire, and we need to monitor them because they can't actually help themselves. Once they come in, they will post something on social media. They will attend some rallies. They will reveal their colors if they believe in radical Islamic practices, which I would say 90% of them do. Just ask them. Sorry, do you think Prophet Muhammad marrying Aisha at 9 years of age was the right thing to do? Would you condemn Muhammad? No, sorry, can't let you in. Sorry, we wish you good luck. Go to England. You've already conquered that, but we're not going to let you conquer Australia.
Have brought any of those people out from Gaza. There was only a 24-hour investigation into them. How do we know?
Yeah, check this out, sorry.
All right, I'll tell you, I wouldn't have brought any of those people out from Gaza.
What else?
There was only a 24-hour investigation into them. How do we know who they are? Go and ask Britain, Germany, France, all those people that are going over there. Go and ask them if it's working out for them.
That's a very good point. This Albanese government brought in 4,000 people from Gaza. Oh, that's one area. I wouldn't even bring their women, let alone their men or children. I wouldn't bring anyone. You know why? Check this out. Look at this. A Shia Muslim mother celebrates. I'm going to play you the video. She's celebrating the death of her son, a Hezbollah terrorist. This is what she said, and I quote, "I worked all my life to see my son dead in a coffin as a martyr." She then tells her grandson, a toddler, that he should also die for Allah like his dad. This is literally a death cult. And Anthony Albanese brought in 4,000 of these people. Look how happy she is. Look how happy she is. That's the toddler. She's saying she's going to raise him. He's going to die in the cause of Allah as well. These are the people, our corrupt, ideologically corrupt, I don't know financially, even though that might be the case as well, ideologically corrupt, sellout, treacherous politicians are doing. That's what they're bringing in. Look how happy she is. Look at that. What a waste. They celebrated, guys. That's why. Again, you know what? Even if I don't become too critical, or even if I don't pick a side, well, and by the way, this is the reason why I'm on the side of Israel. And that's the reason why I don't get the woke right who hate Israel so much. They don't understand once these people have butchered Israel, they're coming for the West. They're already spreading their tentacles in the West. These are the people they brought in. And that's why these kind of news stories are becoming all too common. 3 machete-wielding Middle Eastern thugs stab and slash 15-year-old Australian boy in the neck, back, arms, and hands. This is what's happening, guys. This is why Pauline said this.
And I'll put to people out there, if you want your multiculturalism, well, then prepared to, do you want Sharia law? I don't. Do you want multiple marriages? I don't. Do you want the gangs that come here from other countries think it's quite all right to roam the streets with machetes? I don't. So when you talk about you want multiculturalism, be ready to, and prepared for all these other cultural traditions that they want to bring to this country. And that's why I'm defending the Australian culture, way of life, and respecting the men and women that have fought and died for this country, for our values, our morals, our principles, our culture, our laws. That's what monoculture is. And if you are the 21% that are opposed to it, then that tells me, are you really Australian? Do you really want to be here? Or are you just passing through and using this country to your own advantage to gain from it what you want to without wanting to defend it and fight to be Australian?
That's it. That's as simple as that. I do have a little present for you. Pauline Hanson just posted this from her official Twitter account. This is a video from the 90s. And look, that's when they used to call her racist. And that's what I thought that's what she was. Obviously, you know, I'm sorry. That's what the common belief was at the time.
You call for an end to Aboriginal welfare.
Where does it say that?
Where does it say that? It says it on... well, what do you call for?
It's a comedy
Call
skit.
for welfare on the basis of need, not race. If anything, this is anti-racist. There are Aboriginals that are disadvantaged, then okay, we should help them. But if they are not disadvantaged, then why give them handouts?
Yeah.
Well, that's... yeah.
Yeah, that's a comedy TV show by the sounds of it. Yeah, that's a comedy TV show by the looks of it. Check this out. 45 seconds of masterpiece.
We've got one migrant coming in the country every 59 seconds. That's how many we've got coming in. In one day, we had 1,800 max. We've brought more people in the country than what we ever have in its history. And they talk about the need skill migration. Well, between 22 and 23, we brought in 739,000 people. Only 51,605 were actually skilled.
Wow.
Now, these skills can be manicurists, masseurs, whatever.
Kebab makers, as is the case in England.
Or it's not really the skills, because of that 51,605, only 1,800 were in the construction industry. So it had nothing to do with building housing to people that we need.
Do you want to know what kind of construction engineers are coming to Australia on those special skill shortage visas? Check this out.
There's rubbish homes around. Are you ready to see this home? Let's go. The first thing I want to show you guys is this camera setup, mate. He's got a webcam happening here, mate. Where does it connect to? Let's have a look, guys. It connects to a bit of sticky tape, mate.
It's got India written all over
brand
it.
new home. Melbourne, Victoria, guys.
Look at that.
Have you ever seen
Look at these construction engineers.
anybody do this? Whatever's laying around, guys. Whatever's laying around.
Building a house in Australia is pretty much every Aussie's dream. And imagine you put in so much money to build a house, and your builder hires these cheap third world migrants who have come here on skilled visa category. Who've come here on skilled visa category, and they do this. That's what you get. Money wasted. You're left with a massive mortgage.
Oh,
I know this guy's laughing, but this is horrible.
Who the hell is this builder? I'm going to let you guys know shortly, guys. Stand by. But so far, what do you guys think?
That's horrible. That's horrible. I know Indian culture. I know subcontinental culture. They're corrupt. They do dodgy things, fake degrees, fake universities. It's all common practice. That's what Pauline is saying here.
It's not really the skills, because of that 51,605, only 1,800 were in the construction industry.
Only 1,800 out of 793,000 people who came here on skill visas. In the name of skill shortage. Because when you ask them why the numbers are so high, why is it 700,000 people in 1 year? They say, oh, we need doctors and nurses and construction workers. That's the quality of construction workers we're getting, guys. So this is the reason why. This is the reason why majority of Australians now reject multiculturalism. 46% of Australians oppose multiculturalism. But they think it's good for Australia, but it's becoming a problem now, okay? So these people are not racist. Only 37%. I think that's the number that Pauline mentioned earlier, that are you really Australian? Well, who are you? If 37% of the people, they still think that, oh, multiculturalism is okay. This is what they mean by multiculturalism, guys. You got to remember this. Look at this. Look who's coming in. This Indian guy is a communist. He's here on a work visa, same skilled work visa, and he's here to bring about a socialist revolution.
What does it mean for you to be here today? So you're a socialist? Amazing. And were you born here or were you born? I was born abroad. And why did you come to
Look at the cheek on him. He was born in India. He's come here on a work visa, and he wants to bring a socialist revolution.
Australia? For what? For what? Yeah, but now you want Australia to become socialist.
Deport, ruthlessly deport these people. These are the people coming in. Yeah, and a 9-year-old isn't always a child. This obviously guy is a Muslim. Childhood is conditional and factor attribute dependent. These are the people you're bringing in. These are the kind of people you're bringing in. This guy, look at this. He's based in Sydney. He's crying because Khamenei is dead. Look at that.
Many of us had prepared ourselves mentally for a day like this.
Oh, shut up. Deport. We need to deport these people. We need to not only minimize the number of migrants coming into Australia, but we also need to start mass deportation process. Not only starting with 77,000 illegals in Australia, there's 77,000 illegals, which the UK might be thinking, oh, there's no problem because you get 77,000 illegals every 6 months or so. So no, by Australian standards, it's a lot. We need to reverse that first. And then after that, start looking into people's profiles. Oh, yeah, is this stolen land? Yeah, well, that's between Australians and the Aboriginal community. You F off. Deport, like that guy that I showed you earlier. Sorry, we can't have these Marxist communists destroying Australia here. We can't have it.